Hello my friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's haul video. So today's going to be a combination haul of Sephora and Ulta because I picked up quite a few things at each place. Not that I needed to, but Ulta's been the happening place to be. I'm just going to say that. As far as Sephora, there's been a lot of new releases and I really wanted to get my hands on some things before the sale. So that being said, we have a lot to go over in this haul video. If you're interested in seeing what I picked up both at Sephora and Ulta, then just keep on watching. So let's begin with the Sephora box, shall we? Okay, so I have found that Sephora has been releasing a lot of powders. Well, a lot of brands are releasing a lot of powders and they're making their way to Sephora. So there's going to be a few of those. Let's start off with the foundation that I picked up. This is the Givenchy Prisme Libre. Oh gosh, I don't know. Skin Caring Glow. This is marketed as more lightweight, which of course the beauty industry is, you know, all about these days. It's actually what I am wearing on my face today. And this was a new release. It was kind of one of those one day early app specials, or maybe it was like a Rouge one day, you know, before it releases kind of thing. But it is a, let's see, 12-hour glow, 24-hour hydration. Who wears it for that long? Who knows? It says this foundation takes care of your skin and enhances its natural beauty with a radiant, light diffusing finish. Its light melting texture is enriched with an advanced glow complex, a water infused with skin care actives that guarantees a fresh and light drenched complexion for 12 hours. Day after day, the skin becomes more beautiful and more luminous. The skin's clarity appears improved and its texture refined. My goodness. The complexion looks evenly transparent while imperfections are visibly reduced. Let the skin breathe. Buildable coverage. So we'll see. This is the first time I am wearing it. I am going to end up doing a review on this one. So if you are interested, this is coming soon. Again, there is definitely a market for more lightweight coverages. But then again, there's a ton of ladies who are all here for the full coverage as well. So we'll see about this one. The next one is one I've already done a video on, and it's the Say Slip Tint Broad Spectrum SPF Tinted Moisturizer. I really like this product. This is a really great tinted moisturizer, but you can make it into a foundation if you want. It's just very hydrating, makes your skin look super healthy, super dewy, and I am here for that. So I am loving this. Again, this is a more natural, no makeup kind of thing, which right now there is a ton of. And this is a newer brand, I think. And it is a brand that I think prides themselves in like clean products, what you put on your skin, that kind of thing. So next, let's go into a powder. So I did pick up the Kosas Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Powder. I love this bronzer. I don't reach for it as often as I probably should, but I do very much like the bronzer. And when I saw that they had come out with the setting powder, I really wanted to pick it up. So I love the packaging of this, and I was gonna wait until the sale, but this has been selling out very frequently and my shade kept coming in and out of stock. And I thought the last time it came in stock, I went ahead and placed the order and it went back out of stock, and there it has remained. So glad I picked it up. I picked it up in the shade Feathery, which is the sheer light medium. And this really does look like a cloud. It's so pretty. And here is what the powder looks like. I haven't used this quite yet, but it's very soft. I have a feeling it's going to be just as good as the bronzer, I guess. So very soft. I don't even think you'd be able to see it on my skin there, but we'll see how this works. It says super smooth, no shine, all set, an ultra soft sheer setting and smoothing powder baked with skincare actives that helps minimize shine and the appearance of pores. So talc-free, silicone-free, cruelty-free. Anywho, so we will see about that. The next powder, which I have used, and a review will be coming soon, is the Gucci setting powder. It's called the beauty powder, but in essence, a setting powder. So I am just so over the moon for the bronzer. And I kind of figured when this came to Sephora that I was going to pick it up, and I sure did. So super bougie. It comes in the little felt baggie, which I never really care about these. I guess it adds to the luxury experience, but this packaging, just like the bronzer, if you remember the bronzer's like that teal kind of color, that Tiffany blue. And this is a cream color, so pretty. It still has the gold. So exact same packaging, just different color as the bronzer. And here is what this looks like. So, so pretty. I have to say that the times that I've used it, I have enjoyed it, but still need to play with it a little bit more. So here's what this one looks like, and I picked up the shade 03. I can't remember what the tones were on that. I couldn't find like a real good neutral type of tone, but this ended up working out just fine. Again, I can't remember if it's like the light medium or what, but I want to say it's the one with like yellow or warm undertones, which I don't typically go for, but it's fine. It's not like a foundation that's going to be super pigmented in that sense. So this shade worked out just fine. So picked that up. And then another powder, which I did not need this many powders, but I told y'all in my new makeup releases video that I was going to pick this one up, and it's the Tatcha Silk Powder. So I haven't really watched anything on this. I kind of want to go into it with a super open mind, but I have heard that there are very mixed reviews on this, so I'm not sure what people aren't loving about it. Here's what it looks like. So your typical Tatcha Silk Canvas coloring, and it's not a very hefty packaging. It is very plasticky, but we'll see what it looks like or how it sets. It's the Radiant Translucent Setting Powder. And then it says it's a talc-free translucent setting powder with a radiant finish that blurs while cocooning the skin from pollutants and blue light. It's a word I'm not really crazy about. And so we'll see how this works. It's 0.7 ounces of product. I'd have to go back to one of my other loose powders and see what the norm is, but we'll see about that. Okay, the last product that I picked up from Sephora is the Viseart Paris Love Letter Entendu palette. I have already done a video on this, and I actually had to get a replacement sent out because the initial one came super broken. So here is the new one. It just arrived yesterday, and I love the packaging. I really got sucked into this for two reasons. One is the packaging. Look how pretty. It's got all the little hearts. So, so pretty. And it's like different for Viseart. They've been coming out with a few different coverings, and I like that. Here is what the palette looks like, and it is absolutely beautiful. I did not know how I was going to like this when I first got it in, just because I had been hearing and seeing so many negative things, that it's not very pigmented, and especially this green, you have to really build it. And I have to say, I was so pleasantly surprised. If you go back and watch that video, you will see the pigmentation for me was incredible. This green, now granted, they don't swatch the greatest, because I noticed when I was editing that video, I'm like, oh, they look so much lighter than the way they go on the eyes, but they apply so beautifully. This lilac shade is unlike any purple lilac shade I have in my collection. It almost has kind of like a gray tone to it, and it's absolutely beautiful. This green for me was very pigmented. So I don't know, I guess, different things perform differently for different people. But for me, it worked out so nicely. I was very, very happy that I picked it up. And more than that, I was very excited that it worked out for me, just because I had already set it in my mind that it was going to be a dud. And so it actually was not. So that is everything I picked up from Sephora. Let's grab the Ulta box. Okay, so Ulta has been having some good stuff lately. It started with a couple of things, and then it turned into a whole box of things, which I did not expect to happen. Okay, let's start off with this little guy. This is the Tangle Teaser Mini. I saw this at the checkout, and I was like, I need that. So I do already have a Tangle Teaser brush. It's the Hello Kitty one. It's the one without the handle that you kind of just hold the actual brush, and it has a cover for the bottom. I don't know if y'all remember those. Pretty much, I think it's their original style. But one thing I had always thought would be good for me to put this in my shower, because after I put in my conditioner, I kind of try to pull like a little mermaid and like rake my fingers through my hair, but it would be good to have a brush that could actually like go through and distribute the product and also kind of massage my scalp. Well, when I saw this, I was like, this is so perfect because I didn't want to ruin the Hello Kitty one. And so this is a mini. It has the handle. I can hang it in the shower and it's absolutely perfect. It was $10. There was a 20% off coupon, so I paid $8 for it, and I'm super excited about something so basic. So the next 3 things are BH Cosmetics. So let's start with this one. I was not going to pick this up. I had already decided I don't need that. It's not speaking to me. But then I watched Juicy Jazz's video where she was shopping through Ulta and she picked this one up, and I saw it like not live, but in something other than a photo, like a stock photo. And I was like, I need that palette. So one of my locations still had one in stock and I picked it up and I've used it and I love it. So I am so glad that Juicy Jazz did that video, because if it had not been for her or that video, I wouldn't have picked this one up. It's very pretty. Like, it is a step above for BH Cosmetics. Like, the packaging is very hefty, but the shades in here are so pretty and they're so pigmented, so rich. I mean, you already know that to be the case of BH Cosmetics, but something about this was so perfect. Now, granted, I've only used a few shades at this point, but they are beautiful. I am so, like I said, so glad she did that video, because I wouldn't have gone to pick it up. It was a little bit more expensive for a BH Cosmetics palette, but I used a coupon and it was absolutely worth it. So I highly recommend going and checking this out, even if you had kind of brushed this one off, because it looks very different in real life as opposed to like the stock photos. So anyways, that being said, I was just kind of browsing and I came across the Belgian waffle palette in store. I'd seen it online, but I had not seen it in store, and I was just kind of walking around, you know, doing the thing I don't need to do, because I don't need to be buying more things. But I ended up picking this up because when I opened it and saw these highlighters, I was like, I need that. So they looked so creamy that it looks like the kind of intense highlighter that you would pay a fortune for at, you know, for high end. And I have not yet used this on my face, but I have to tell you, these are so smooth. Let me give you 2 of the highlighters and 1 of the bronzers. The bronzer feels a little more powdery, but the highlighters feel super silky smooth, and it's pretty much the reason I bought this palette. So we'll see how this works out, but I am hoping that it is absolutely beautiful on the face. I actually watched Casey Holmes' video yesterday of like trying new drugstore makeup, or trying a full face of drugstore. I don't remember. Anyways, and she had said that she had gotten this one and that it didn't perform on the face as it did the swatches. So I was like, but we'll see. I did pick that one up. And then I also picked up the Mimosa palette because the tones are pink. And you guys know, I have to, if it's pink, I have to have it. And it looked so, so pretty. I feel like it looked prettier in store though. It's hard, you can't really swatch anything. You can't do any of that in store. So it's kind of hard to really look at something. And I feel like in store, I looked at it real quick and I was like, oh, that's pretty. And then I brought it home and I'm like, Anyways, but it looks nice. I don't know if it looks as exciting as when I saw it in the store, but we'll see. Again, I have not, ooh, it's pigmented. I haven't yet played with it, but hopefully, oh, okay. Maybe I'm going to stand corrected. Maybe it's going to be everything and more. Wow. Okay. That's really, really pretty. I hadn't even swatched it yet. So I stand corrected. I think it's going to be beautiful. So I picked that one up. So those were the 2 palettes that they had in store for BH Cosmetics that I had seen online for the longest time and just hadn't seen in person. So it was kind of nice to be able to grab those. So the next couple of things I got because they had a promotion on points. So they had a few days where it was like if you purchased $25 or more, you got an extra 200 points. So I needed a new Briogeo strengthening treatment oil. This is my 3rd bottle. This stuff is so good that I feel like now that I've put it out in the universe, I hope they don't discontinue it. But this is so, so good. This is what I use on damp hair after I've washed my hair, and is pretty much the only treatment I use after shampoo and conditioner. It has treated my hair so well. I have very fine, thin hair, and so to find something that'll help it feel a little bit more strengthened, it's hard to find. I've tried a lot of things, And this is the first thing, aside from the Kopari Coconut Balm, but that one almost kind of at this point, now that I've used this, and when I go back to that one, I can feel it weighing down my hair. So just absolutely, this is perfection for my hair type. So if you share the same hair type, then you may want to check this out. But I picked up one of these. I would have picked it up during the Sephora VIB sale, but I figured since they were giving the extra 200 points, I would just pick it up now. And then they have I think it's still going on, a 5 times the points on certain women-owned skincare brands, Tula being one of them. And I had wanted, this has been on my loves list at Ulta for a while. I'm loyal to Supergoop, I have to say that. I get the big 18-ounce Supergoop sunscreen for like $50 some at Sephora, and that lasts me a couple of years. So it's hard to really find something as good of a bang for my buck, but also something that just makes my skin look and feel so hydrated and glowy. But several people have said that this one makes your skin look hydrated and glowy, one being Juicy Jazz. And I always wonder what she's wearing before she puts on her makeup when her skin looks so radiant and glowy and almost shiny. I'm like, what are you wearing? And so one time she did a video not too long ago, and this is what she goes in as her final skincare step before makeup. So I ended up having to pick it up. I feel like Allison, I don't know if you watch Allison, but she's more on the lifestyle side, and she had mentioned this sometime back as well. So I am wearing it today for the first time. I was really happy with it. I like the consistency. I think it's very pretty. Now, will it be a contender to replace my Supergoop? Probably not. But I'm glad that I picked it up at 5 times the points because that allowed me to try it, and I do think I'm going to enjoy it. So it's also really travel friendly. My Supergoop is not. So this was the perfect time to pick this up. Okay, lastly, we've got several Jaclyn Hill products because I have not picked up anything from her brand. None of the disaster lipsticks, none of the highlighters once she released those quads, which I do regret not picking up one of those quads just because then I'd kind of have 4 in one. I should have done that, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and start with the highlighter. It is what I'm wearing today. I like it. I picked it up in the shade Iced. And this is obviously the newer packaging. She has released these before, but again, I didn't pick anything up. So this is what it looks like right here. I feel like on certain things of these, the J is a little bulky. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Aside from that, the packaging is really nice. And here is what Iced looked like. I'm kind of thinking I could have picked up the smaller one for $16, but I was trying to check out quick because I knew a lot of the stuff would sell out pretty fast. And this was at, obviously, Ulta's website. I stayed up till midnight to get it as soon as it came out. So this is what it looks like. And I figured, you know what, if anyone can do highlight right, it's Jaclyn Hill. So we'll see. But so far, I am very much liking this product and got to play with it a little bit more. Again, it's my first time using it. So I picked that one up, and that's the only shade I picked up in that particular product. And then the rest of the items I haven't even swatched, not touched, none of it. I picked up one of the Luminous powders. I picked up the shade Do Me, which is the, I think, more icy of the bunch. I should have also picked up the peachy one, I think. But again, the stuff sells out so quick that it was really hard to figure out. So this, I think, is super pretty. Again, I feel like I guess the J fits a little bit better on this. It's a little bit bigger space, but I love this frosted, whatever it's called. So here's what this bad boy looks like. Again, it is the lightest of them all. Haven't used it yet. I think this one's an all over powder. Let's see, what does it say? Bring out that inner glow with this magically luminous powder. So that was one she was using for the longest time. And I can't remember what brand it was by. Was it Chanel or was it, I can't remember, but I feel like it was something along these lines. We'll see how that works out. So I picked up 2 of the loose highlighters, and I picked up 2 because I didn't know which one was going to suit me better. So I thought I'll pick up 2, and then based on just looking, hopefully without using, I can determine which, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So Extra is one of the ones I picked up. This is, I think, the iced, the more icy of them. And again, with the J. I feel like these little ones could have done without that J. I don't know. That's just me. So this is what this one looks like. Again, this one's called Extra. So we'll see how these work. I like the little container on the other one better, the big one, because it's frosted. It's so pretty. But that's extra, and this one is amped. Kind of wishing what I would have done instead of picking up 2 of these is picked up 2 of the all over luminous powders, but that's okay once it comes back into stock. I don't know if amped is going to be too rose gold, or I don't know. So we'll have to see. I just don't want it to be like a dark, you know, cast kind of thing. Might do some more research before I pull open this bad boy. If I return it, I'd prefer to return it new, but I did pick those 2 up. And then last but certainly not least, I picked up 3 of the bronzer blush duos. I did not need 3. The intent, we always have good intentions, right? So the intent was to pick up 2 of the bronzer highlight duos and then iced the highlighter I'm wearing. Well, you see what happened. So I picked up Sunkissed and Bronze Moment. I picked up Hot Lava and Cocoa Rich, which yes, is on the deeper spectrum, but Hot Lava, as far as the blush, drew me in so much that I felt like I had to have it. And then I got Warm Flush and Golden Goddess. So let's go ahead and open these bad boys up. Now these I do think are beautiful as far as the packaging. I feel like the J is very warranted on here, even though it's a little bit, again, bulky, but I feel like it goes well with the black. It's got space for it. It's a little crowded on the others, but this one again is Sunkissed and Bronzed Moment. So we'll see how these work. I feel like the bronzer might look a little bit light. I don't know. Let's see. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not swatching them yet just because I haven't fully decided if I'm going to keep all 3. And if there's one that I return, it would probably be Warm Flush, just because, yeah, I don't know. This is what this one looks like. I feel like I need to watch a few more videos on these because I don't know if they're gonna all look super similar. And then Hot Lava and Cocoa Rich. This one definitely wouldn't look similar, I don't think. This one I think would be extra pigmented, and this one for sure I'm gonna hold on to. So, ooh, that was weird. It was like sugar on the top, like super crumbly. Interesting. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. That one's pigmented. That one's very rich. It's beautiful though. I'm kind of thrown off by the top though. It felt like granules of sugar. It's really strange. Let's try this bronzer. This is deep for sure. But look, you see, so for as I almost gouge that, as deep as that is, that doesn't swatch too deep on my skin tone. So it makes me wonder for the others if they're gonna be too light or if they're gonna look too similar, if you know what I mean. So anywho, that's it, you guys. That's what I picked up at Ulta and Sephora. It's kind of a lot, especially given that the Sephora VIB sale is around the corner. But I hope you enjoyed kind of just checking out what I picked up over the last few weeks. It is cumulative. I did pick it up over the last, 2-3 weeks, but still, it's a lot. Alrighty, my friends, before I let you go, just want to give you a very quick verse of the day in an effort to motivate you and to encourage you and to tell you that Jesus loves you. Today's comes from Romans 8:28, and it says, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who are called according to his purpose." Alrighty, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by and chatting some makeup with me. If you need prayer, if you have a lot on your heart, a lot on your mind, you have things going on in your life, if you're lonely, whatever the case may be, I will throw up a phone number that you can use or not. It's completely up to you to just call and pour your heart out to someone and have someone pray with you. It's absolutely free, no obligation. I just throw this up as if you want to jot it down and just have it handy in case you ever need it. You are more than welcome. Alrighty, friends. Well, thanks again for stopping by. I will talk to you in the very next video. So until then, stay safe and stay well. Please remember that I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. Talk to you soon. Bye.